so much more. The Drive Guys on Sactown Sports.
Yeah, it would take us quite a while just to run down the accomplishments of JaVale McGee. What do we got? He's co-founder of Juglife, of course, three-time NBA champion, Grammy Award-nominated producer as well.
Yes.
Welcome to Sactown Sports. How are you?
Be here.
Yeah,
I got you, big fella.
Glad to be here.
How you doing, man? You
Doing
good?
man. Yeah, real good. How are you?
Good. I know we're going to get into Juglife, but tell me about the off season so far. What you been up to?
Off season good, man. Just working out, man. Working out. Obviously focusing on my body and working out, but also a couple of business endeavors. This is the only time I really get to travel and outside of the season. So that's really what my summers are about.
JaVale, everybody was oogling at what you drove in today. What can you tell us about?
You talking about that cyber truck?
Yeah, you
huh?
got that. I see that. I saw that.
That thing different now. That thing different. Yeah. If you ain't seen it, go ahead check it out on Instagram.
You got a
It's
wrap?
amazing. Yeah, I got a wrap. I got a wrap matte black, and it's the best car out right now.
I'm going to say this,
Especially for the
JaVale.
price.
I'm a Mercedes guy, so I ain't going to let you just have a Tesla ad on our air right now.
I get
But
that.
I'm a Mercedes dude.
I have a Mercedes too. I got the Maybach, so I definitely love the Maybach.
Oh, you got the Maybach
Yeah, I got
too?
the Maybach. I love it.
Dang.
But it's just that's the best pickup truck ever in my. I know a whole bunch of.
It's more like a pickup truck.
It is
Because you can
pickup
take
truck.
the back off, right?
Yeah, I got a bed in the back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
all right. Tell us about Juglife, man. You I know water is
Kes
important.
Reed, co-founder right here.
Yeah, we got this co-founder.
big heads in the back.
Oh, that. Yeah. That's
Gotta move this
blocking
out
our
of the
boy
way. Sorry
JaVale.
about that.
Yeah. We got.
Yeah.
Oh, that's blocking. All right. Yeah. Tell us about Juglife. I know you got the softball tournament coming up this weekend. What can you tell us about?
Oh man, Saturday, June 15th, we got the Juglife charity softball game. There's going to be a lot of celebrities out there, some former teammates of mine. But just to explain what Juglife is, a lot of people don't know. Juglife is a charity that me and my business partner and best friend, Kes Reed, started. We started it over 10 years ago. It's about educating the kids and educating the world about the importance of drinking water and living a healthy and active lifestyle. And we also go to Uganda and we build water wells. So we're actually going this year. We're going to Uganda this year once again. I think we've been 4 or 5 times now. So it's pretty good, man. We're having a great time with it. And yeah, Sutter Health. It's going to be at Sutter Health.
Yep.
Where the A's are going to play now. I don't know if they're going to change them to the Sacramento A's.
I hope so.
But yeah, I'm really excited about it, man. I know the fans are going to show up and really show out like they always do.
Yeah. And JaVale, how did this start? It started just you and Kes were just talking about drinking more water yourself to be healthier, right?
Absolutely. Me personally, I was drinking water. I was drinking a gallon of water a day. Just going to the supermarket and grabbing a whole gallon. And then I would write on it. I would write Juglife, and then Kes saw it, and then he saw how people were engaging with me on Instagram and everything. So just like maybe we can make something into this, and we just ended up making it into a foundation, and it's trickled down into something so major and so impactful.
Now, you and Kes, how far y'all go back? You from Flint too, or no?
No. I grew up in Long Beach, California.
Okay.
But,
okay.
Our mothers actually went to college together.
All right.
They went to USC.
Yeah.
And so we've been family friends shit for a while.
Watch out.
This ain't a podcast.
This ain't a podcast. We got to clean it up, big fella. We got to clean it up. But I get it. No, that's cool. And so I know, JaVale, you're from Flint too, though, right?
Absolutely.
Did the water crisis there have any impact on that, on your decision to do this?
Well, technically, we started it before the water crisis was public.
Okay.
I'm sure it was going on, but we just didn't know about it. We started it before, and then when that happened, that was even stronger case for us to continue to work and do what we do.
Yeah. JaVale, can you tell us anything about who's going to play? I know we got a ways to go. Maybe that's not all set. I'm wondering about that and about your softball skills.
I'm the best pitcher out here. If you've ever seen Randy Johnson,
I can imagine, dude.
You know what I'm saying?
7-footer bearing down on you last
6'11", I'm 7 foot.
Yeah.
I get those comparisons. That and first base is my go-to. I love being on first base. But yeah, some of my teammates are going to show up. Some of my celebrity friends. I'm really trying to draw the crowd out and bring some Bay Area legends. So that's definitely what I'm trying to do, and it's going to be a great showing. And every year we do it. I did it in Phoenix one year. That was a great. 2 years ago, that was a great turnout. And then I did it in the Bay also. and when I was playing for Oakland, and it was amazing. So it's going to be a good one.
JaVale, you mentioned your celebrity friends. Can you tell us anybody that's going to be there?
I like to keep it. Under wraps until you're there, and then be like, you deserve to know who's here because you bought that ticket and actually came to support it.
I'm looking at your website. Previous players include Steph Curry, Draymond, Marshawn Lynch, Chris Paul, our boy Matt Barnes, Odell Beckham. So you got some big names usually that come through.
Past. Yeah, the roster is glittering. Hey, what if anything are you willing to share with us about your NBA future?
I'm continuing it. That's all I really have to say about it. I'm going to my 17th year as a seasoned vet, and everybody knows my game and knows what I do and what I bring to teams. I truly think the intangibles that I bring to teams is way bigger than just putting up stats on the board. I'm that great vet, that great locker room guy that keeps guys together and keeps guys focused on exactly what the task is at hand. And I've built a brand off of that, and I love it. I just love being in that position. I've been in plenty of situations where I'm playing the most minutes I've ever played, and I'm playing the least minutes I've ever played.
Right.
But that doesn't hinder my ability to lead and keep everybody's spirits at a high level so that we can get the task at hand done.
Was there a vet? I'm sorry, I just want to follow up. Was there a veteran in the earlier days of your career that maybe you saw like, wow, that guy, he was towards the end of his career, but he really helped? Is someone you modeled this part of your career after?
You know what's funny? No. That's the crazy part. The lack of seeing a vet like that really drew out this energy in me to where I feel like teams are missing this aspect. And then I got to be that going on different teams. I feel like the first time I really got to be that veteran leader and that vocal leader was when my first year on the Lakers. And then that second year we won the championship. And that was when it really picked up for me, knowing the impact I can make not only on the court but off the court also. When I was with Golden State, I really didn't have a voice, the voice that I wanted to have, and out of respect, they're the champions, so it makes sense. They had a lot of leaders in that locker room, but being able to come to different teams and be a leader in the locker room and then actually winning is a different aspect for sure, and I'm living off of that. I love it.
What made you want to come to Sac last year when Mike Brown approached you? What was that like?
Winning. That was it. That winning gets people to the city for sure. And the fact that they had just won as far as they did that playoffs before, I was like, it would definitely be a great turn of events for me to come out here and support and try to help lead this team to the next level.
What happened? Hold on. We gotta get to the real deal, JaVale. What the hell happened? Oh, can I say what happened this last season, dude? Why we didn't make the playoffs?
I truly think the play-in kind of shakes things up now to where like people aren't as urgent to like, if we get 10, we'll still be okay. If we get 9, we'll still be okay. And at the same aspect, Malik got hurt. We had some injuries. We had Kevin get hurt. So we had some injuries at the wrong time. It's different when you get them early in the season and they come back. But we had a lot of misfortune later in the season rather than early in the season. I don't want anybody to get hurt. But if you're going to do it, we'd rather you do it in the beginning of the season where the games count, but not as much as in the end of the season where we really need we need these 3-4 games. I feel like we tricked off about 3-4 games that we could have won at the end of the season that really put us in a bad position to play in.
JaVale, you mentioned Malik, and one of the things that was obvious last year early on is you and he developed an incredible pick and roll lob chemistry. What are the odds you guys continue that somewhere, or maybe it continues here in Sac? We're all dying to know about to have you both back and Malik's future. What do you think?
Playing with Malik is definitely a blessing. He draws so much attention, being the pure scorer he is, and then having that ability to pass the ball also is definitely a plus too. And I'm sure he's going to have a great offseason when it comes to financial stability, I like to call it. But as soon as he signs, wherever he signs, if he signs back here, whatever big is matched up with him that can catch lobs and run the floor with him will definitely be successful.
JaVale, we just got the news. Our boy Mike Brown got an extension. What was it like playing for Mike? I know you knew him from before. What was this season like under him?
Oh man, it was amazing, man. Just seeing his leadership and the grit he comes in to the court with every game and trying to motivate the guys is amazing. He's a great coach. I love the way he coaches. And he deserved exactly what he got.
JaVale, during your exit interview, when you were speaking with the media, you talked a lot about the work ethic of this team. And even though it's a young team, how impressed you were by that. As I say, I know you already went through that, but could you share that with our audience now? How impressed you were with the ethic?
Oh yeah, the young guys on this team. You got second year guys, third year guys. They have the demeanor and the voice of seasoned vets. They're in there every day early. They're in there late. They're working hard. They don't miss workouts. No one was ever late. I believe we probably have 5 late instances in the whole season.
Rare,
That's
right?
extremely rare. People are late all the time when it was on unprofessional teams, especially with young guys. But it didn't happen here. We have a lot of great guys that are focused on winning and winning only. They're not guys that's going out all the time and focused on things off the court. It's a really lot of locked in guys on this team, and it was really impressive.
JaVale, you've been on championship teams. One thing I admire about you is that passion and fire that you play with, but also behind the scenes as well. How important is that? And do we need more of that here in Sacramento? More of that dog mentality out there?
I say it all the time, man. I really do. It's a different mentality of, I feel like here in Sac, we have a lot of nice guys, a lot of good guys, and people put bad raps on the bad guys. But sometimes you need about 1 or 2 bad guys on the team.
You can say it, man. You said baby daddies. You said, say what you want to say.
At least that was you said that. I didn't say that. I don't remember saying that. But definitely some over the edge guys for a team like this. We got a lot of good guys, like I said. And you need some guys, for example, and this doesn't really have to do anything with the NBA, but more the WNBA. You see what's going on with Caitlin Clark, right? Yeah. You see how that girl knocked her over, and then her teammate came and just picked her up. She was supposed to go knock her over. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If that's your teammate, and you know this is the star of the team, Caitlin Clark, I have to protect her at any cost.
Got to have her back.
And if you have her back, then you'll have a contract. Even if you don't score a point, you'll have a contract from the GM like, well, he's protecting our main asset. You know what I'm saying? So we need guys like that who aren't afraid to get texts, who aren't afraid to fight for their teammates on the team. And I think it'll be the stars for sure.
You said some of those guys are viewed as not good guys. And I'm not talking about – I think Malik's phenomenal. My question is, isn't that one of the things that if Malik leaves, the Kings will miss from him? Because he brought some of that edge.
Absolutely. He definitely brought that edge. But it's hard to get the edge from the second tallest guy on the team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whenever you look at guys, Charles Oakley and the big fellas, you need it from a 4 or a 5 who are a guy, even if he's not out there scoring whatever, but you know he's an enforcer. When he gets in he's imposing his will. He's setting dirty screens. He's doing what he needs to do to make sure that the other team is not only not afraid of this team, but they have a high respect level for it. Right. And I just feel like last year we had some situations where teams weren't afraid of us. Yeah. They were just afraid of us scoring, but they weren't afraid of our demeanor. They weren't afraid of our energy. Like, okay, this team is kind of tough. They do things where we got to like watch out. Let's not rile them up. I think that's one
reason why teams maybe were able to come back from big deficits.
For sure. A lot of teams that I've been on, we've and it was something that I spoke on at one game. I believe we lost again. No, we won against Wemby and the Spurs.
Yeah,
but we won by a little bit, and everybody was just cool.
Yeah,
with it.
I remember that.
And I walked in the locker room, and I had to silence the room, and I had to really have a conversation of why are we glad right now? We barely beat the worst team in the league. And they weren't afraid of us. On teams I played on where we were the best teams, bad teams came in and played bad. They played exactly who they were. They knew they didn't have a chance. I feel like teams came to us and they felt like they had a chance. And you have to have that demeanor on your team where teams come in and they don't feel like they even have a chance. If they get a win, that's off the sweater they brought. They're like, wow.
They had to earn that.
They had to earn it. I don't know how we did that type of thing.
I'll tell you what, JaVale, sorry to cut you off too, man, but this pisses me off. How many times did I watch the Pelicans freaking Herb Jones, Trey Murphy laughing and smiling?
Yeah.
What happened there, dude? Six times.
They had our number. They had our number the whole season. I don't know what it was, but to on an honest note, they had some dogs.
Yeah.
They got dogs. They got a lot of dogs too. Right. They got like 6 of them.
They got a whole
you know what I'm saying? They got They got a lot of dogs. They got Alvarado doing all this crazy stuff.
Yeah.
They got, you know what I'm saying? They got real dogs on that team. Guys that weren't drafted, so they don't feel like they deserve it. They like one mistake I could be out of here, so I got to go out here every day and give it my all. They got guys like that.
Right.
And teams need, like I said, 1 or 2 guys like that who are actually playing also. I mean, you can have guys like that, but if they're not playing, you only can yell so much off the bench.
Yeah, I look at and we've talked about it, like a Bobby Portis with Milwaukee.
Exactly.
He got a little dog in him.
Absolutely.
I say you need some crazy that you
need something.
Marcus Smart, somebody that'll just go right up to that line and you're not sure if he's going to go over it or not.
Absolutely. You definitely need guys like that. And that's why guys like that stay in the league. Even if they're not playing on teams, sometimes they get in 5 minutes a game just to muck things up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's a part of the league. Some
Yeah.
people always ask, like, how's this guy keeping a job? He's not even that good. You're like, all right, but grown men are afraid of him on the court. And having that impact on the court is a definite plus.
That's JaVale McGee, of course. JaVale, you were with Dallas before you came to the Kings, and it was a totally different team than I know. They've made a lot of moves, and then after those moves, someone didn't work out. They made other moves.
Absolutely.
But could you see it coming at all? Could you see how this Luka Kyrie thing maybe was going to come together? I thought offensively it'd be great. I didn't think they'd be able to defend like they are.
Yeah, they're definitely defending. They're definitely Nico did a great job getting the players that he got in the draft and trading the players at the halfway point. He did a great job at that, and you can see it on the court. You can see the excitement that they're playing with. You can see the aggression and the intention that they're playing with. They're playing very, very focused on one goal, and everybody knows the spots they need to be in, what they need to be doing, and it's working for them.
JaVale, with the Mavs, I've said, they got Luka and Kyrie, but the heart and soul, the backbone of the team is like a PJ, a Derek Jones Jr., Daniel Gafford.
Yeah.
Do you see that as
Absolutely,
well? Luka and Kyrie are the stars, but really would keep it going the way it's going.
It's them dogs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you look at all these teams that are winning, they got a little side dish of dogs in there. You know what I'm saying? It's not the main plate. You know what I'm saying? Luka and Kyrie are definitely the protein and the vegetables. But you got a nice little side dish of some dogs in there.
Right.
I probably shouldn't ask you because I know Draymond's not popular around here after what he did to Domas, but on those Warrior teams you were on, how important was that dog element that Draymond brought?
Extremely important. And even when I wasn't there, it was extremely important. The things that Draymond does on the court, some people will say, okay, he's only averaging 7 points or this or that or however, but his demeanor and the way he brings, the attention that he draws without the ball and just from being a vocal leader on the court, off the court, in practice, just the whole intangibles is necessary for a team, and it's very necessary for that team. I don't remember, but I believe they were trying to get rid of him, or he was in trade talks or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was thinking in my mind, like, that's going to be a whole different team if he leaves, because the Warriors have a lot of nice guys. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And Dre gets to mix that thing up and blend it together to where, like, okay, this guy helps equalize the nice guys. Yeah.
Interesting.
Do you think, the way the league is now, those guys, those tough guys, those dogs are sort of being pushed out for
Definitely
3-point skill guys, things like that?
I don't even think it's the 3-point skill guys aspect. I just think technology and the background checks that we do now when you draft players, I believe it's players who are supposed to be top 30, but they did something in high school or they did something, that really hindered teams wanting even to taking a chance on them, just because a lot of the tough guys or the dogs, their off the court antics have messed up the view from GMs. Like, I don't know if we want this type of guy in our organization.
Yeah.
But you need those type of guys. You just need the type of guys that are mature enough to not get in trouble off the court. But it's a hard intangible to find.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not saying it's easy where you can just point somebody out.
That fine line.
Yeah, it's a fine line for sure.
Yeah.
So it's some things you can take and there's some things you can't take. And GMs have to they get paid those big bucks to make those decisions.
Yeah. JaVale, putting those intangibles aside for a minute, you played you're 16 years in the league, right? Yeah. So you have a very unique perspective on what it means to play center in the NBA. So from your perspective, what impresses you the most about how consistent Domas was last year?
Oh, amazing, man. What was it, 56 double-doubles in a row or something like that?
Yeah.
Record. I mean, very consistent, man, and passionate. And I just see the grind every day. And I got a first-hand view to see the grind every day of him coming in, getting treatment, staying after late and working and getting his shots up, and just the true grind of what it takes to be I mean, he was an all-star last year, but he had all-star numbers.
Yeah.
Damn near averaging a triple-double.
Yeah.
So it's necessary for us to look back at that and realize he did some work last year.
Yeah. Is he kind of a tone setter the way he played, especially last year, playing through the thumb injury? Does that kind of set a level for everyone else where you're like, my leg hurts, but if he's got a broken thumb.
Exactly. It definitely sets a tone when your best player is hurt and he's still fighting through it. Mm-hmm. And you're like, well, I'm only playing 15 minutes. Well, what can I say when he's playing 36 minutes? Mm-hmm. You gotta really suck it up. But it definitely is infectious to the whole team.
JaVale, I want to switch gears a little bit. Somebody brought it up on our YouTube chat. And so I went to your basketball reference page, and I don't know if you're cool talking about this, but I'm looking at your nicknames on Basketball Reference here. I'm going to go through them. Do people really call you these things?
No, they don't.
Pierre.
I'm going to answer it right now.
Pierre,
they do call me that.
Okay,
but I created that, so that's different.
The Big Secret.
No.
Big Daddy Wookie.
Is it PG? Is it PG?
I don't want you to go there, man.
13.
I don't want you to go there. The Great Adventure.
No.
All right. Okay. All right. I wanted to put that out there. Now we know. I don't even know who puts that on Basketball Reference. They just write whatever.
It's 12-year-olds right now.
It's interesting.
But the Pierre, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Say with Pierre.
Pierre is that's your producer's name.
That's my producer name. Yeah. It was originally my alter ego, but then I created it. I made it my producer name.
And a Grammy-nominated producer.
Absolutely.
See, we have a real talent. I'm telling you. And he says, I can't do anything musical. What would be your advice as a producer? How can we get Drapes could lay down some bars on the Kings or basketball?
Right,
and I'm telling you, people would.
You just need a little auto-tune. He'll be all right.
Yeah.
That's all you need nowadays.
Go to YouTube. Go to YouTube and search Lil Baby type beat, and then let's go ahead and rap on that.
Rap on that.
Yeah,
okay, I might do that. I got little bars. I got a little something.
Absolutely.
Hey, tell me about Ranked and Ready, man. Your YouTube series that you got.
Oh man, Ranked and Ready, man. That was a hell of an experience, man. I watched the whole. When I was watching that whole series, it was just a great thing for me to be able to show people the behind the scenes of AAU basketball at such a young age. I don't think people really realize how serious AAU basketball is. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I love the aspect of it was showing kids of urban, I guess. I don't want to say they're from urban areas, but black kids with their fathers in the home. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Very responsible and it's just something that you don't get to see on TV.
Very involved.
You know what I'm saying? You don't get to see that on TV. So that was my main focus when I put that out. And I was like, people need to see this. Even if it doesn't do the numbers you're supposed to do or what I wanted to do, at least people get to see that black fathers are in the home and we are working extremely hard for our kids.
Speaking of family, obviously your mom played, and it's amazing how many athletes have a mom or dad who played, and some of that obviously is you inherit the skills. But in your opinion, how much of it is just when you're young being exposed to all that? How much of his advantage is that as you develop as a player, and your skills are obviously at a high level, but just haven't been exposed to that at a young age?
For sure, exposure is everything. For sure. I talk about it with my daughter all the time. The fact that she's only 7 and she knows what exercising is. You know what I'm saying? For me, when I was a kid, my mother would tell me, you got to go work out. And I thought that was just a normal thing. And then sometimes I'll be over my friend's house and I'm like, I got to go. I got to leave. I got to go work out. And they're like, work? What do you mean work out? And then I realized, okay, this is different. My mother's preparing me for something that I can't even see what the future is. But she sees what it takes. She knows what it takes just because all the accolades my mother has. So it was great being led by such a strong woman who knew exactly what it took to be where I am today.
Yeah, so you were hanging around practice now.
Absolutely. Right? I'm around WNBA games. I'm around college games. She was my coach in 7th, 8th, or in 9th and 10th grade. She was my JV coach. Absolutely. I got a cool story where I think I'm 6'8", 210, you know what I'm saying? And it's this big guy named Big Mike who's ahead of me, but we're in practice, so I'm behind him. I'm the big behind him, and he like 6'9", 280. You know what I'm saying? So I'm my little skinny self trying to hold him up, and I think he just make a turn. He hit me in the head with his elbow, knocked me clean out. I'm laid out on the ground. I wake up. Who's on top of me telling me to get my ass up? My mama. You ain't hurt. Get up.
Get up.
You ain't hurt. I'm confused. I have no idea what happened. I got knocked out. But I didn't know. I'm just like, what do you mean? Like, I wasn't technically.
So she didn't run over. Oh, you okay, babe?
Baby. No. Get your ass up. It's different.
That's
it's
hilarious.
different. I tell people all the time, I grew up different. I grew up in a different household than most of these people grew up. Y'all mom was cooking cookies. My mom wasn't doing that. Make your own damn cookies.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We grinded.
I appreciate that. Can you call my son, man? My son can't make mac and cheese. He don't know how to boil water. He can't do nothing, man.
I tell my daughter all the time. She always asks, "Daddy, why you always got to go to work?" I make sure I walk over to the light switch. I turn it on and off. I go to the sink. I turn it on and off. Go to the bathroom, flush the toilet.
Right.
Baby, you want all this to work? Daddy got to go to work then. That's what it is. Dang. And then even food. Like, what's your favorite food, baby? Sushi.
Sushi, right?
Sushi. I didn't have sushi until I was in college, and it was like leaving college, like about to go to the league. College, like sushi. Dude,
you know what's so funny? My son, he's 14, right? And he's like, Dad, when I get my license, I used to have a Tesla. He's like, can I have the Tesla? I was like, Tesla? You getting the hoopty, dog. You getting the bucket. These kids ain't, 15, 16 driving Teslas. I can't do it, man. I can't do it.
You got to struggle.
JaVale McGee is here. Kez Reed, co-founders of Juglife, and they're here to promote the upcoming charity softball game June 15th, Sutter Health Park. Could I ask you guys, since you co-founded Juglife and it's such an incredible charity, what pleases you or what you're most proud of the most about starting this foundation?
For me, it's been the impact that we've been able to make. One of the things when we first started this, JaVale was like, how can we make water cool? It's so mundane. And the way that we figured it out was we started them young, right, with the kids and educating them about the importance of drinking water and making those interactive, engaging presentations.
Sure.
Like we'll have the kids do like water checking contests who can finish it faster,
right.
Or we'll talk about just groundwater or the water cycle, just making it fun and engaging. And that has been, like, for me, one of the biggest impacts, because that's a hard task when you really think about it.
People take it for granted.
It's just like, how do you make water cool? And it's easy to do that with Gatorade or something.
Right.
Like, is it in you? Like, get Tiger, Michael Jordan on it. It's just like, but water, we get that for free.
Right.
But then also you got to, on the other end of it, it's like, hey, we're not Africa. And it's like, oh, it's not, people don't have this.
Right.
They don't. So it's twofold.
Yeah. So tell people again, you got the Water for Life charity softball game. What time? How can people come out and check it out? Where's it at? Give me the details.
Juglifewater.com is where you can get tickets.
Okay.
It's Saturday, June 15th. Father's Day weekend.
Okay. Surprise guest.
Fathers, we don't get gifts on Father's Day, so that can be a nice gift.
Socks and a big piece of chicken or something. That's about it, right?
That's it. We get the same thing. We don't get nothing we actually want.
Right.
But that's cool.
Breakfast in bed instead of breakfast at the table.
Right. Exactly. But that's okay. You can bring your father out to the Juglife softball game, have a great time, see some celebrities, knock some home runs out. And I think doors open at 3.
Yep.
I think first pitch is at 4:30. So it should be a great vibe. You guys should come enjoy. It should be a great day. It should be good vibes.
Yeah. How about you? What most proud of the charity, or what pleases you the most about what you've been able to do?
Especially being from Flint, and I don't mean to cut you off.
Yeah.
That means a lot.
Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, I'm from Flint, Michigan, man. If you don't know about Flint, Michigan, it's been a water crisis going on since 2014. And it's just the aspect of being able to help people that don't have any help is a crazy concept to me. When we go out to Uganda, it's so humbling every time. The first time I went, I was holding my back. Well, truthfully, I was crying. I was crying from seeing kids. What it is water hose. It's a thing called water hose, or water's coming out of the ground, and people will live 20 miles away from the water hole. And you thinking water hose, you think about an oasis. Oh, it's just beautiful. Yeah. No. This water is deers and different animals are defecating in the water. Passerbys have their little bikes, and they're cleaning their bikes with it, getting oil in the water, getting all contaminants in the waters, malaria in the water, and kids from 4 to however old the kid is taking 20-pound Jerry jugs, and it's like a milk jug, but it's 20 gallons.
Yeah.
And they're taking it in contaminated water, filling up contaminated water, and taking it to their village. That's the
And
only water they
walking back
have.
to the village.
Walking
with
back
it.
to the village,
Yeah.
giving everybody in the village contaminated water and getting everybody sick. But they're like, do we drink water or do we drink this sick water and try to survive? So it's such a humbling experience to be able to help. And when we get to build those water wells, we see that clean water come out the ground. There's just no way to contaminate it. And we have people that go and make sure that it's the upkeep is right every year. It's amazing just being able to help somebody that literally has no help.
And if someone wanted to help with that, maybe they're not able to make it to the game, but they just wanted to help, go to the website as well.
Go to the website. We live in an Instagram, Twitter area. Even if you're not coming, it's okay to retweet it. It's okay to post it. Tell people to go. You know what I'm saying? That's fine. And then if you want to buy a ticket or you want to donate, or like, it's so many ways, juglifewater.com for you to really help and contribute if that's what you want to do.
All right.
That's tremendous. Thank you very much
For sure.
for coming
Yeah,
in.
sure.
Thanks,
Appreciate
fellas.
it very much.
Absolutely. Appreciate you guys.
June 15th.
June
Got to be a
15th.
part of
Yeah.
it. We didn't put that together. We got to put a plan so we can be a part of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we need to
Y'all
come on
definitely
out
pulling,
there,
y'all
right?
definitely
Yeah,
pulling
pull
up.
up.
I thought that was a given.
I was telling the fellas,
we getting the
JaVale,
email list. We getting the email list. We gonna send y'all tickets. You know,
Parker, we got fair
it's
Parker,
digital
right?
tickets now. We ain't gotta physically hand them to you. We gonna send them right through the email. You know what I'm saying?
I was telling JaVale, man, you had something at UCLA years ago.
Absolutely. That
And
was our first one.
That was the first one.
Wasn't that the first one?
UCLA?
No, not at UCLA. It was at it was at the UCLA
UCLA.
softball park.
Yeah, so I was
UCLA.
working at the national at Fox at
That
the
was our
time, and I
first
came
one.
and covered you guys and did
That
some
was our
mic stuff
first
for
one.
you. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what's
I'll tell you
up.
what, if you want to win, I don't know how competitive it is. There's your guy right there.
You knocking
University
out
of
the park,
Texas.
huh?
Nah,
Ringer
man.
right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey man, I just want to be on the mic on some and one
Good.
sideline,
There
in
it
the
is.
in the
There
managerial
it is.
box, interviewing people as they
There
come
it is.
around third.
That's that type of
That's
energy.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, send an email through, man. Send an email through that, man.
There it is, Jay. There
When
it
we
is.
come back, how soon are things going to start popping for the Kings? Kez, JaVale, thank you very much for coming in. We appreciate it. Yeah, we'll see you June 15th.
Thank you.
Drive Guys on Sactown
Golf
Sports.
to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
I'm surprised at how many players wait too long to have their golf clubs re-gripped. I'll pick up my playing partner's clubs when they're left near the green, and that's when I notice that some of the problems in their games could be attributed to worn golf grips. If yours are shiny or worn when you play, you're probably gripping the club too strongly for fear of losing it during a swing. The golf grip is your connection to the club, and fresh grips let you hold the club lightly, promoting proper swing mechanics and swing action. Many of us simply replace the grips with the same product that was on the club, but with so many different types of materials, colors, tackiness, softness, and more, you'll find plenty of sizes and colors to fit your game and your personality. Your local pro shop or club fitter can re-grip your clubs, or you can purchase a kit and do it yourself. Either way, re-gripping once a year is an inexpensive and fast way to bring a noticeable change to your game and to give your clubs that new club feel. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
Whitey here, reminding you that not all gas grills are created equal. Bring out all the delicious flavors in your grilled meats with the amazing Napoleon Prestige and Prestige Pro line of outdoor cookers. My Napoleon Stainless Steel Pro Series gas grill has turned me into a grilling pro with features other grills cannot match. They're built different, built better, built to last. Made with premium stainless steel that boasts quality and a lifetime warranty. I may never want to cook indoors again. Napoleon